Welcome to Pulse of Culture. I'm Karolina Szapland. The first major cultural event of 2025 in Poland set the tone for an exciting 6 months ahead. And it was the concert gala at Warsaw's National Opera, celebrating the start of Poland's EU presidency. So what about Polish art? Will this presidency shine a spotlight on country's writers, musicians, dancers or filmmakers? To discuss Poland's cultural ambitions for the 6 months ahead, we're joined by Robert Piaskowski, director of the National Centre for Culture, the perfect person to guide us through what lies ahead. Welcome back, Robert.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, it's so lovely to have you here in the Pulse of Culture studio.
My pleasure.
So I believe that you did go in person to see the Gala concert. What was it like?
Of course, it was an important moment of the opening of Polish presidency, with all of the important speeches by Prime Minister or representatives of the city of the European Union Council, but also wonderful collection of musical responses bridging the past of music with the future of music by Radzimir Dębski, great producer, composer, film music composer of the young generation, giving the clear message to the cultural program of the Polish presidency within EU. This is the respect to the tradition of Polish culture, but with, let's say, future-oriented sounds. And we've responded, we've received responses to great masters of Polish music, such as Krzysztof Penderecki, Mikołaj Górecki or Grażyna Bacewicz, but also we've got new voices deeply rooted in folk music. There was a beautiful suite by Radzimir Dębski, which was a dialogue between, let's say, rural folk music of Poland with musical soundscapes more connected with hip-hop or film music, which is a genuine and very original, elegant musical language of Radzimir Dębski.
Yeah, that moment at the end of the gala was pure magic. So Radzimir Dębski, for classical musician, is quite a young person. Is youth one of the overall themes of this cultural presidency?
It's the major motto. It's to bringing the stage, to open the space for young artists, young generation of musicians, visual artists, people representing theater, all of the genre of culture, and bringing them to not only great cities, big towns, but also to share culture with local communities. That's why Ministry of Culture dedicated almost 32 million Polish zloty to distribute, to share those resources through different programs with
it's quite noticeable that your program is decentralized. It's not just Warsaw based, but you're taking the show across, 15 towns around Poland. What was behind that decision?
First of all, we realized that Polish culture over the last 10 years since the time we've been leading Polish presidency in 2011, and the situation has changed dramatically. Our cities, municipalities, institutions are widely connected with international stage. They are members of different European networks. They are members of different alliances. They profited on European grants. That's why we have wonderful cultural centers, concert halls. But we would like to express that Europe is also aside big towns, in smaller communities, in the borderlands of Poland, in different contexts. That's why one of the greatest programs of the Polish presidency, Synergie, was dedicated to organizations, institutions. They would like to develop something together with international partners. And we received almost 400 projects. We selected 70 of them.
So out of those 70, piece, what would you, for you personally, what would be the top highlights?
There is plenty of interesting projects, starting from screenings, residencies of writers, residencies of choreographers, conferences of institutions on post-industrial heritage of European towns. So there is plenty of possibilities to follow on our website, and there is every week of Polish presidency, those 6 months are rich of events in all of the sites of Poland.
So that sounds like a very, very jam-packed calendar. What about going back to music? Are we to expect, looking at the start of this presidency, more concerts, more big names, more specially written music for the presidency?
First of all, we would like to express the force and energy of young orchestras, but orchestras representing different genres of music. That is one of the reference to the opening gala. We will present music, jazz orchestras, klezmer music orchestras, alt pop. But also one of the projects I'm very proud of, there will be a Polish tournée of international orchestra, European Union Youth Orchestra, under the baton of a great Finnish conductor, Susanna Malki. They will gather 26 nationalities in European Center of Music in Lusławice, presenting Second Symphony of Gustav Mahler, Resurrection, and then playing in different towns in Poland. I believe such projects are important when young musicians representing not only European Union member states, but also states that are candidates to European Unions. They can work collectively, and they can create friendship for good, and also to share something which is a common European heritage.
And I guess having young people playing classical music, and Mahler is not the lightest from the classical music repertoire, that's a statement. But going back to the jazz element, Poland used to be a centre of European, or at least Eastern European jazz. Can you tell us a bit more about that aspect of your programme?
There will be plenty of projects presenting Polish jazz in different new arrangements. One of them will be a special project by Agazarian. We commissioned for the opening of the forum Europe with a View on the Future in Gdańsk, which will be held 3rd and 4th of June in the special moment in Gdańsk. And this is the collection of greatest jazz musicians of 20th century, including Ptaszyn Wróblewski, Komeda, but also the own composition of Agazarian in new arrangements, together with Silesian big band. They will work for the very first time together. I think it will be a very nice message to international guests visiting Gdańsk for 4th of June, and beautiful lesson of how tradition of Polish jazz can influence, can impact also contemporary voices of musicians.
And you did talk about choreographers, and of course, especially with that musical marvel Orliński, who is not only a renowned singer, but also a breakdancer. There is a lot of spotlight on Polish choreography and dance. Is there anything else that will bring in the next 6 months to the table?
We will be present in almost 20 different large-scale festivals, including Ballet Festival. We will be presenting European and Polish culture through Design Week in Łódź, in Kody, in Lublin. We will be at the International Theatre Festival Contact, Festival Walizka. We will have a completely new event, Polish Music Week, organized by Polish ZAIX and Polish Music Export, that will be a showcase of Polish greatest young stage of artists, especially from pop music here in Warsaw. So there will be also connections of the national program of the Polish presidency together with local actors and festivals from film, ballet and dance, design, architecture, literature. We will be collaborating also with International Festival of Children's Literature in Kraków, Gdańsk and some other cities. So just to sum up, over 100 cities, 125 events, 20 festivals, and also great European Fête de la Musique, European Day of Music, around 20 and 21st of June, concluding Polish presidency with large-scale concerts broadcasted by Polish television in Poznań, Gdańsk, Kraków, Bydgoszcz, and Rzeszów, where we will continue European Stadium of Culture, one of the, let's say, best established, but also event which is continue since 2011, since very first Polish presidency within EU. And this is a great message because this event will connect East and West this time, and the idea of Rzeszów European Stadium of Culture is connected with events in Lublin and Białystok as well. We call it East of Culture, and this is one of the projects we continue as a National Center for Culture over 15 years already.
There is one area of arts that we haven't discussed yet, and that's visual arts. Any big exhibitions, any superstar names? What do you bring into the table with this?
First of all, there is plenty exhibitions organized by Institute of Adam Mickiewicz abroad. So there will be a presentation of Polish photography in Belgium, in Moldova, in France. So this international program is mainly focused on visual arts. Here in Poland, we coordinating the collaboration of Polish network of BWA, so municipal galleries in Poland, and we will connect 22 of those galleries presenting arts from the Middle Europe and mainly our neighbors, but also from the candidate states such as Georgia or Moldova and Serbia.
Okay.
And that will be also the opportunity to really see in, let's say, smaller galleries in Poland exhibitions or examples of Middle Europe visual artists.
Okay, so the concert, the final concert closing the presidency will have Orliński. Can you just raise a curtain? What are we to expect?
First of all, the concept is to bring artists of different generations all together, but also to invite artists from European states. European Stadium of Culture in Rzeszów presents a long tradition of collectives. We call it collectives, duos of musicians representing Eastern Europe stage, working together with
so we've got
Polish
these
artists.
Collectives. The message of Poland's EU presidency is very clear, which is security Europe. But what about if you have one message of the cultural program? What would it be? Just the shortest way possible. How would you describe it?
The international message is Culture Sparks Europe, whereas Polish motto is Culture is shared.
Culture is shared.
Culture is a collective message and collective response. So let's share culture together.
And we will be there for every big event, reporting from our Pulse of Culture. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Stay tuned with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that was Pulse of Culture. I'm Karolina Szapland.